Hi, everyone. Yeah, we definitely appreciate everybody coming out. You have to be part of a special club to want to hear about this. So kudos to all of you. That's awesome. So this is a lightning talk that I put together, and I've never done it before. And it's a bunch of new stuff that, I mean, it's not really new stuff, but it's stuff that's sort of becoming more awesome and important and interesting as of late. So the talk, I call it JS Testing via Selenium, to get the bad, the obvious. So some of this stuff, when I say it, you'll be like, duh. But if you go out into the world and you look at what people are actually doing, they aren't following these ideas. So that says to me that either they aren't thinking it, or they've decided that it's stupid. And I'm going to leave that up to you to judge. So this is my Twitter, and I work at Sauce Labs. Oh no.
Did it not pair?
Oh god.
There it goes. Wait.
Okay. So as much of you, you guys should have a beer. They're free and they're delicious. So again, thanks a lot, Yammer, for hosting. I love these guys, and I spend a lot of time drinking beer with them. So this 11 talk, after this, what I'm saying right now, is going to be pretty fast and to the point. Ready? There you go. Okay. So why do we care about this? Web applications are getting bigger. They're getting more complex. We want them to run in more places. And client-side apps, whether we like it or not, are still in JavaScript. Yeah, sure. CoffeeScript is still JavaScript, just in case you had any confusion. And this is nothing new, and it's still hard. So that's why we're still talking about it. Okay. So before, when you wanted to inject JavaScript into a page with Selenium, you had to do this. Like, what? I mean,
it made sense at the time.
Like, the first time I saw this, I was like, we need to invent a different testing framework. But now, Selenium 2 has actually kind of addressed that, and it's actually pretty awesome. And you can, the scoping is all done well, and so all the stuff that I'm going to tell you is kind of based upon this idea that you can get a browser up and you can run JavaScript code in it, which is this novel thing. But now it's actually pretty nice to do. So the bits. You should have backend tests. You should have web services tests. You should have JavaScript unit tests. And you should have JavaScript functional tests. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that means. And then you should have client-side Selenium tests where you try to pretend to be a user. This is the testing pyramid. And so I know people are cringing, but like, you really do need all of this, or something is going to be broken and screwed up, and you're going to be very upset about it. I made this today. You're the first people to ever see this. So that's pretty cool. Shows the colors randomly. So there's a few different things you can do with JavaScript testing. The first one is we want to verify state in DOM. We can do this amazing thing where we can just talk to attributes on the DOM objects. We want to verify that various events get fired the way we want them to. We want to verify that network calls happen the way they're supposed to. And then we want to verify the state of our JavaScript app. So if you're building your app in a way that is sort of modular and you keep state as sort of a global place that you can access it and introspect it, which I find a really useful way to debug things, async, which allows you to do asynchronous evals of code page. So that allows you to do some pretty cool stuff. I didn't put the whole example in here because it's pretty tailored to what you're doing, but it is actually pretty straightforward. And so then you can take that a step further, and if you're doing asynchronous calls to network stuff, you can use one of the various mocking libraries, and you can do asynchronous JavaScript execution that will verify that your network stuff is working the way it should. And we already talked about state. So this is a thing that people are doing now. I think they've been doing it for a while, but it's really, really important. So I don't know if you guys have heard of these frameworks. But the basic idea of all the stuff that I worked on is you bring up a browser, right? And then you load up one of these unit testing frameworks, which can run through a ton of tests in the app using Selenium.execute, and you can insert those results. And this is pretty cool because you can do it in any language that the Selenium client supports. We're going to talk about this a bunch more, so if you aren't going to remember that, don't worry. So here's my Selenium true vision. And actually, I think I might not be the only one. Because at the Selenium conference, somebody said, how do you do this thing? And Simon said, yeah, it has Selenium.execute, make it happen. So I feel like, finally, like a lot of us are at the same page. So Selenium does this awesome thing where it launches browsers really fast. It's even faster. It can navigate to various pages. And then it can execute JavaScript. And that's really all I care about. So if you've seen the JSON wire spec, it's massively huge, right? But you really only need 2 methods, maybe 3. Anyways, I'm wearing sunglasses. So Selenium 2 is pretty important. And I think a lot of us have had our issues with the Selenium community and the project and various other things. But Selenium 2 is, at first I was like, yeah, right, they're going to do more of the same stuff. But actually, a lot of the things I was frustrated with have been addressed. So the vision of a shared browser automation API, that is really awesome because now we can stop hacking every browser in these really weird ways that get broken every time there's a release. And every time I look at the project, the browser launchers and all the execution APIs are getting much faster. Also good. And it's got no following from Google, and they're very adamant about supporting it, pushing it forward. And then every time there's a new browser, you guys hopefully don't have to worry about going and doing a bunch of programming work to fix those bugs. But I've done it, and it sucks. So the tool chains. So, all right. So we've got the power of SE2. We've got client-side JavaScript unit testing frameworks. We've got all this access to the DOM and the event system. And then we've got CI systems. So when you put these all together, here's this really awesome graphic I made. Feel free to use that anywhere you want. And that is sort of the preface to this whole long thing we're going to do now. So if you want to take a minute to get a beer, you can do that, and then we're going to start it on the bigger file. Okay. So here.